Hello and welcome, I'm Arumba. Thank you for joining me. Let's play some more of our Aurora 4X campaign. Okay, so thank you again for the comments. Again, I'm really enjoying this campaign, only playing one video per day because I really enjoy. I sit down and I read the comments for about a half hour, I poke around a little bit once I get back into the game, and then we start recording, and it just feels a little bit more constructive than just playing blind. So yes, we have lots of fleets here of lots of task groups with damaged ships. And what people have suggested is that even though these ships are damaged, and if we were to go look at these individual ships, the Mark II 001, for example, F6, we can look at individual ships. So we find the FTR Viking Mark II 001, and we look at its armor status. That's fine. It's where would we see? Repair cost 10. Somewhere in here, I forget exactly which screen it's going to be. We should be able to see that it's damaged. Damage system 1. Of the engines is damaged. The engine. There's only one engine, so it's damaged. It's going to require 10 things to repair, and so that's why it got kicked into its own task group. But even if it doesn't have an engine and it can't move, and its max speed is like 1 kilometer per second, we should still be able to give it a command. So we're going to say Viking Mark II 001. So there's this ship. Instead of destroying it, shooting holes in it and making people die, we should be able to find our Earth PDC's task group, land and assign, and assuming that there's space, which I hope that there is, we should be able to just add move. Warning, you are giving movement orders to a task group with a maximum speed of 1. This may take a while, but again, we never told them to leave Earth's orbit, so they should be able to assign and land. And even if they were really far away, it could just take a while. So we'll see if we can clear up this this task group list a little bit here. It might take me a moment to go through and actually do all of this. Can I hide some of this other stuff? No, not really. I'd like to just have one where I can only see task groups, but Earth PDCs, assign and land, add move. Also, apparently we can use Alt-A to do that, so let's start trying to use keyboard shortcuts now so that we're not being inefficient. So, Earth PDCs, plus assign, Alt-A. Cool, that worked. Good deal. 3 more to go. I could have done some of this off camera, but I'm learning. I'm learning new things, so this is the kind of game that I really enjoy. The sense of discovery, that you go through, where you're learning how things work, and then when you finally understand what you're doing, then you can go even farther. Games that don't have that kind of learning curve, they seem like they kind of peter out much quicker. So that was all these Vikings that got kicked into their own task groups. Once again, I'm going to turn my heater off because this stupid... I'm so sick of it being cold in Florida, I'm not used to have a heater. It's annoying. 1 second. It's like this, it's one of those heaters you plug into the wall. It's got a sensor on it, and it determines what temperature is on near it. And it's like, yeah, I want you to maintain a temperature of 73 or something, 22, 23 degrees Celsius, maybe 21, somewhere around there. And it's like, yeah, sure, totally. And then all of a sudden it's like 90 degrees in here because the sensor is just complete crap. Anyway, so we have our shipyard task group. That's where new boats go. The Earth PDCs, we've got that. Logistics task group is our freighter, which I suppose we could also probably need to create a tug task group as well. And then the SC, which is our survey ship, which is completely done with its job. It's got 60% fuel. I don't really know what it's doing right now. Let's tell it to just go back to Earth. So let's get rid of the task groups. We'll go to Earth. Am I blind? Why is okay, Earth is, it's apparently ordering them by population, and then it's showing other planets. Got it. Okay, move to Earth. And other than that, there was one other thing we can do right now, which is to open up the F9 interface. Which takes a moment. There it is. And yes, we can go to this jump point tab, and we can survey our 6 things. We can enter or explore and see what's out there without actually having gone through them. Travel times from jump point 1 to jump point 1 is 0. Travel time from 1 to 2 is 1.72 billion kilometers, I would assume. So it's kind of interesting. Let's enter or explore jump point number 1. And inside, we have found a basic understanding of what's there. There is apparently one terrestrial planet with a colony cost of 10.84. This does not tell us if there's aliens here, but it tells us a little bit. So, we're now looking at Ross 154. And it has a jump point, which brings us back to Sol. Okay. Let's enter explore number 2. Okay, there's a whole bunch of stuff in Sirius. Lots of planets. So Sirius A1 moon. So 10 moons around the first planet. Then there's a second planet, and then a third planet that has, again, 10 more moons. A fourth planet. Wow, there's a lot of systems in this thing. Holy smokes. So we get out to Sirius 8. There's 8 planets, and then apparently a lot of asteroids. 300 asteroids and 19 comets. I wonder if there are any that have a low colony cost. Can we double-click to sort? No, that would make too much sense. We do have one planet that's pretty close to colonizable, 2.27. Is there, an option? Stars. So it's a binary star system. Hierarchy view. System graphic. Cool. Okay. Escape velocity. Measure temperature in Celsius. Minerals. Minerals. Only show system bodies with minerals. Well, how could it know that if we haven't done a survey yet? Moons. Show. Show of minerals. For now, we'll just leave the settings as they are, I think. But eventually we'll probably do show of minerals to clean it up a little bit. What I want to do, I really just want to see the colony cost. Is there a way maybe I can do the potential colonies button? And then I can switch to that other system, Sirius. Okay, so it listed it automatically for me, 2.27. Got it. Okay, maximum colony cost of 5. So it's showing all of them, not just in our current system, but in other systems as well. Very cool. All right, and if we wanted to, then could we maybe expand that and see if there are more? Yes, there are. We can see that there are 4 others in Sirius that could potentially, maybe, be terraformed. That's really cool. I like that a lot. So back to F9. Let's go explore all 6 of the jump points, and then we'll know which one we want to go into first. And I don't think that it can spawn aliens unless we actually send a ship into the system. At least that's what I'm hoping. Let's go check out this one. This has quite a few bodies again as well. Not as many as the other. No asteroid belt, it looks like. I like this system. Well, I guess maybe the system graphic seems kind of similar on each. I still like it. It's the Lalande system. Okay. Let's go back to Sol. Age 10 GY. We've got Proxima Centauri. Well, clearly the Sirius system had the most potential for more resources. If we're going to explore, like, a place, I would say that it makes the most sense to go to the one that has the best resources, so that we can actually get some value out of it. Then again, if we end up finding aliens in there, they'll probably be very strong and scary. The Luhmann system, it's a binary system with apparently no system bodies at all. It's just a small little star system. Interesting. Is there a way to hide a system and just not care about it? There's a delete star button. Delete the star. Yeah, just launch missiles at it till it dies. And then finally, our 6th one is just another singular star system. So these are probably just like connector systems. They don't do anything else. Let's go back to potential colonies one more time. Nope, that's the wrong one. Oh, actually, and then also I remember seeing that there was a way to like move these things around or something. Here. I think it's overlapped all these things. Are we supposed to hold Control, Shift, Shift? I'm not sure what I'm doing. Open sector window. That's not what we want. There was a way to, like... Main information display. There's a way to, like, lock the spots into different locations. Grid size 4. Line up. That's not really what I had in mind. Is it just me, or is there overlapping text here? Ross 154, I'm assuming, was another one of these things. You just gotta bear with me while I learn these new interfaces. Alright, so jump points from here. Yes, we had Ross 154, and I'm assuming these other ones are somehow like lining up in that exact same spot. And I didn't save the position there, but I was able to move one of them. Ah, okay, I think what it is that it selected a bunch of them. System position. Species human, sidebar, system positions. Why would it put them all in the same spot? And why is it letting me only move all of them? Okay, holding out Alt allows me to like move the map by that much. That's actually really useful. Can you do that on the main map? No. Pfft. God. Why would it be different? Come on. Well, one of these days, we probably don't have to worry about it on this episode, but if somebody could please explain to me how you get them to not be all on top of each other so we can actually kind of like create like a mental... Oh. Apparently I'm able to leave little dots and stuff on the screen there. You see those? They should probably go away the next time I open it, but... I have zero concept of why it worked that time. I just held down the shift key and clicked on it one by one. I think I was box selecting them and moving them all at once, yes. Okay, well never mind. We've solved this problem. So there is our system and its jump points. Let's try using this lineup. It's weird. So grid size of 4. Again, I have no idea what this means. Let's try a bigger number. Smaller number. Huh. Well, I guess it's fine. As long as we understand what we're looking at, which we don't. It'll be good. I'm kind of a little bit of a nut, and I want it to be... Stop. What is it doing? Okay, that's good. Okay, great. Lock. Save. Save positions. Got it. Done. So we found our places. What were we working on before? I know we were doing research. We were... okay, so we've got our fighters hopefully working their way back into the thing. Let's go 5 days and see if they complete their task. They've all completed their orders, and that means that we should have lost a whole bunch of task groups. Excellent. You are heading back to Earth. You are doing nothing. You were doing nothing. It might not be a bad idea for us to just queue up another one of those planetary defense centers. And I figured it out, I think. Thank you. Again, it wasn't just me. It was like mostly the comments. I think what it is that I was assuming that because we had a 1,000-ton maintenance facility maximum ship size, that it was going to maintain the fighters for us. But I don't think fighters can be maintained that way. I think regular ships can. I don't know why it'd be different for fighters, but I guess that's like my only assumption for why they haven't been able to just automatically repair, because they've been in orbit of Earth, and we do have, 3,000 maintenance supplies available. So what I think it is that our Planetary Defense Center, the Majestic Mark II fighter base, which just has tons and tons of hangar decks, also needs its own maintenance facilities. I think. So out of curiosity, if we were to copy it and just look to add something, a maintenance storage bay, rating of 1,000. What's interesting is that it barely talks about it down here. Let me get this straight. Engineering spaces. Why am I not seeing engineering spaces? Are they not possible on a PDC? Never mind, I guess I don't think I forgot it. I figured it out. I thought maybe we needed to put some maintenance storage base on here. And then they could, like, get repaired inside the hangars. Okay, well, I don't know. Whatever. At least they're not in their own task groups. And maybe they will get repaired. Maybe the thing can fix them. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Let's just go back to, like, trying to build the new ships. And also people were suggesting that the tug may not actually have enough power. We currently have no research labs open. We're working on some fairly long-term projects, the ion drive and the terraforming tech. Let's get rid of the majestic copy that I was just messing with. There's our Yoda class tug. And what someone had suggested you can do is, again, keep on having to copy design, because I'm always, well, I don't know if locking the design is even necessary, but what you do is you go to design view and then you add something like a where was it? On a PDC barracks. An entertainment center, which are huge. I must be going blind, or it's not on this list. Okay, let's just assume it's not on the list. You add some stuff that's really big. Size 2,500. Let's just add some terraforming modules. So you get the ship up to like 200,000 tons in this screen, and then you can see, okay, if the weight of the ship plus whatever it's towing adds up to 200,000, we're only going to be moving about 170 kms, which is useful information. That's not very fast, but then again, it doesn't have to go super fast because, you know, it's just going to, whatever, it'll get there eventually, and once it gets there, it's done. Seems fine. Then again, I guess you could run into fuel issues, couldn't you? Let's try that again. We'll do 10x terraforming module, make it really big. Can still go for a year, and it can only go 3.8 billion kilometers. We might need to make like a fuel barge, something to, you know, connect stuff over there. But the ship as is should work. So let's try to let some time pass, for crying out loud. What are we working on right now? We're working on automated mines, construction factories, and 91% on retooling for the Gold class, and 0% on retooling for the Yoda Mark II. We're not building any ships. Let's do auto turns at 30 days. New ships are done. And our ship has returned to Earth, the scout ship. It looks like... You know what I want to check? It was the Mark II 001 that was damaged. Let's go see if it's fixed now. That was damage control? Still damaged. Begin DC. I don't know that that's going to work because it doesn't actually have a damage control, but let's find out. Alright, no spare parts. Viking M2001 is unable to continue with emergency damage control due to insufficient maintenance supplies. So, it has no maintenance supplies on it. It is in a hangar underground, or like on the ground. We have 3,000 maintenance supplies on the ground. We can maintain ships up to 1,000 size, and yet it can't repair. So, I guess we'll figure that out soon. Retooling for the Gold class has been completed on the thing, okay. And the Gold class was the ship we planned on using for mining asteroids, which I'm now starting to wonder if we even really want to make these. Well, hold on, no, this is right, because this is the one that's only got 1 KMS. We're going to pull it. It's an asteroid mining ship. All that's on it is 35 mining modules. It does have a cargo hold, which is probably not necessary. It might make more sense to put a cargo hold on the tug. But I suppose it could work this way too. Wait a second. Yeah, no, it should be okay. Because it can still unload once it's at its location, right? Even if it doesn't have any engines and all that stuff. Crying out loud, let's just make one. We're just gonna learn from experience, alright? Gold class, AM Gold, asteroid mining Gold class, just build one. Construct one. It's gonna take until 43. 2 years, 2 months to build one. Go. We have one slipway available for the Discovery. We don't need that right now. And then the Yoda, we're 80% of the way retooled to the Yoda Mark II. Hopefully the ships will, eventually come out. We do need to make some more shipyards. I think that having spare shipyards available is probably just going to be a good idea. So let's add up another commercial shipyard complex, 90%, and add up another military naval one, 90%. So as soon as we're done with the automated mines, we'll make some more. Keep on working on our construction factories. In fact, since we're doing this permanently, why don't we just throw like a 1 in front of all that? Never stop. Make those in 200 years. That seems good. Someone had also mentioned that we can, in the Stockpiles tab, scrap fighters from here. Not specific ones, but we can just scrap the fighters that are here and recollect all their components. And then we would probably have a whole bunch of ship components here, which is interesting. So if we ever decide that we don't like the fighters, we can just scrap them all and make new ones. Retooling for the Yoda Mark II is complete. Let's go ahead and build one of those. So manage shipyards, the Yoda Mark II. Add a task. This one's only going to take till it's going to be out a year earlier, which is fine. I'm going to just go with one tug for now. We're still building more of these Vikings. Automated mines are complete, so we're starting to work on new shipyards. Secondary explosion caused by the destruction of 20 engine power nuclear pulse engine inflicts 2 further damage on Viking Mark 2058. Is there some reason why that ship is... It should be in here. FTR Viking Mark II 046 is not assigned to a MS. Someone had mentioned this mothership. Mothership FB, top ship. Is it full? F6, we will hide fighters. Look at the Majestic 01. On here, can I see? Interesting how it has max speed even though it's ground. Can I see how much space it has? Parasite ships, 8 Vikings. Available capacity for cargo is 0. Hangar capacity available 21.6. So there's more room for ships on here. When it says 21.6, is it talking about like hull size points? Each one being, I think, 50 tons? Or was it 25 tons? I can't recall. There's tons of hangar capacity available for this. So something's changed, and I think that the ships that are being constructed right now are not actually ending up where they're supposed to go. Industry. New fighters are supposed to go to Earth PDCs. If there's hangar space available in the fleet, the fighter will be assigned to an appropriate mothership. And yet, looking at the task group, Earth PDCs, we've got tons of ships that have no mothership indicated. All these ships. And so the new ships are ratcheting up their maintenance clock. I don't understand. It says that there's room, and yet they're not doing it. Let's try this. I'm going to grab all the fighters, and I'm going to do split task group. Creates a new fleet at the same location as the current fleet that contains the ships in the selected hitbox above. Go. New task group. Earth PDCs number 2. You are no longer a thing, so I will say go to the ship, the actual Earth PDCs, the original one, plus assign, add move. Five days. Now when we look at the task groups, did that work? Why? I don't know why it wasn't working earlier. But yes, every fighter is now reassigned appropriately. Why did it stop assigning automatically? God, I'm way too warm still. 1 second. It's really weird that it stopped putting them into the correct task group. Whatever. Alright, so we have 15 research labs available. We just finished something recently. The ion drive technology is now complete. Does that mean we can design a new engine already? Yeah, we do have access to the ion drive. Okay, so there were a lot of great comments in the last video about how certain ships that they only travel a very short period of the time, and they just have to kind of get where they're going. It might make sense to go really, really low engine power, so you have that fuel efficiency. But I'm more leaning toward this tug approach, where you use the tug ship to move ships like that don't have to move very far. So, I think I'm going to stick with the engine power 0.50 for commercial drives, max hull size. And this is just going to give us a lot more power than what we had before. We're also using 0.7 fuel liters, that's good. We don't have any thermal reduction. I don't think that's really necessary just yet. Let's create that design. Let's also create another ion drive that we can use for military purposes. Maybe high-powered engine. We want one that is going to be 1 hull size, I think. Hold on, I've already forgotten now. What size was our... The 16 engine power was size 2. So I didn't do a size 1. Why did I do a size 2? Certainly it's better to just put 2 of them on there. No. I remember now. Oh, I remember now. Cool. Where were we? The reason why was the Gallicite cost was not even on the previous class of ship. Remember this? Gallicite cost was 5. No, that's not it. That was what it was. 5 Gallicite versus 50. 5 Gallicite with 50 research points versus 8 Gallicite per material and only 80 research points. So I was trying to save on Gallicite. I couldn't ever figure out why the math was off there. I think 5 was like the minimum cost or something. But anyway, that problem's no longer there, so it looks like we can do a 1 hull size. And now the math is going to check out just fine. So we have a 10 engine power nuclear pulse engine for military purposes. We'll create that task as well. And this one's going to be... Oh, interesting. Damaged ships. We have a lot of them. One of these days, I'll figure out how to repair these damn fighters. So our new engine's going to be half the size and 10 engine power. So if we put 2 of them on and have equivalent size, it'll be 25% stronger than our current engines. So that'll be nice. But also, we could just make the ship smaller. We might be able to get away with just 1 engine, but I'm not sure. I feel like the smaller you make the ship, the cheaper it is to manufacture. The more of them you can have, the more chaotic it's going to be for me to organize repairs and stuff, apparently, but it could be good. So we'll go to research, we'll go find power and propulsion. Let's research both of our new engines. 50 research points, pretty damn cheap. Richard Dawkins, that's you. And then we will queue that up. Richard Dawkins will then work on the next one as well. At some point, I'd like to continue to get more of the reactor power modifiers and stuff. Stellarator fusion reactor technology seems pretty sweet. The supply of corundium on Earth has been exhausted. Well, that's terrifying. Turns out that we need to get kind of busy. Mining. I didn't realize that we were that low on corundium. Oh, that's bad. Corundium is at none. We have 57,000 corundium in stockpile. We've had a surplus on all mining. We're currently projecting a usage of 1,600 tons. So we're okay. But we will need to obtain pretty significant corundium supply here soon. And I think we had one. If I remember correctly, it was not potential colonies. It was able to, you could pull it up from down here, couldn't you? Geostatus? Yes. Corundium. We had one site that had like really good access to corundium. Thought. And we've already made a colony there. 2001 UR 163. So that's going to be where we send that ship when it's done. How's it looking? The AM Gold class. Asteroid mining gold. 22.8% complete. So in a couple years, we'll be able to ship that thing off. And we've already completed research into our 2 new engines. I apologize for constantly redesigning new engines, but I think that that's pretty much one of the things that you do in this game. All of our research is in fact complete. We finished the terraforming rate modifier as well. So, what else do we need to work on right now? I'm assuming wealth and trade is positive still. Expenditures are lower than expenses, so basically don't worry about it. So we don't need to worry about expanding the civilian economy or anything. We could up fuel production, that's probably not a bad idea. Wiz is going to be pretty good at that. More mining production at this point I think would also be fine. Let's queue that up for him to work on after. And then a sorium harvester. We should probably queue that up. We'll need that so we can build jump gates. Let's move on to the next thing, get someone else working as well. Shields, ceramic composite armor is 10,000 points, kind of high. Reduce the thermal, that's really cheap. I'd like to just knock out a number of these. Okay, so research is kind of queued up. Next thing we can work on then is, if we want to, we could actually go in and we could, well, let's get rid of this design again. So I'm just messing with it again. Find our Viking Mark IIs. Make the Mark III. Now with better engines. So we scrap the, we actually need, on the PDC, I think we need to get targeting scanners. And what I could do is I could build planetary defense centers and prefabricated components and then have those transported by civilians to other planets. And then we could just fly the fighters there and have them land on the planet. It's weird, I know, but again, I want to do it different, so it's fine. So we're going to ditch the pebble bed reactor technology. No, we're going to ditch the 20 engine power nuclear pulse engine. We're going to go to our engines. We're going to find our 10 engine one at size 1. Cost 5, cost 8. A lot more expensive, but it is what it is. Wait, no. No, I think this one's it's fine. Takes a lot. It's 50 tons. But I think we do need the speed, so let's probably stick with a couple of them. We might want to make the engine, like, make the ship way faster. Point 1 deployment. Could try going for just no armor at all. Just make the thing freaking fast. Well, crotch rocket. Fighter crew quarters, tiny fuel storage, just an engine, barely any armor. It's got its fire control. It's got the pebble bed reactor. It's got enough energy. And then it's got its crappy laser. 262 tons versus the Mark II, which was 340 tons. Able to strap 80,000 tons. It's way slower, though, as is. But look at the cost as well. Maybe we'd be better off with just more of them. Swarm technology, right? I need like an even smaller damn fuel supply. That's not very fast. Not really. I guess I don't really know. Would I rather have 2 that go this fast or 1 that goes this fast? I'd rather have 2. I feel like we can just overwhelm them. I'm doing it. I'm sticking with it. Lock it. We're still making these ones. Let's stop making those. I'm a bit concerned that we might end up with ships that can't fit anywhere. Maybe we build another PDC just to have a spare. Question is, should I put a maintenance storage area on the PDC Majestic and like redesign it? It's very easy to redesign this because I don't actually have to research it at all. I can just add a maintenance thing on there. When I did that, it didn't seem to like change anything. Okay, Viking Mark II is now considered obsolete. The Majestic Mark II. Copy, and then when we had added the maintenance storage bay, flight crew berths. I don't get that. Yeah, I don't know. I think we just don't do it for now. But we will queue up another one. Just another of the Mark IIs. One at 90%. And let's get him... Yeah, he's gonna get worked on pretty quick. We got another shipyard done, apparently. Okay, is there any other events that have happened? Not aware, not really. Well, one thing we could do is we did finish designing the commercial engines as well. So we could upgrade our tug class already. God. Seems like the second that you get a ship done and actually get one launched, like, do we even launch the damn thing? No, none of these ships are done, and we're already researching more technology. It's like they're just always outdated. They're instantly outdated. Do we even bother designing a new ship? It does need to be bigger. Commercial at 10 ton. Let's get you bigger. And eventually we'll probably design a new ship. Look at that. Now we're knocking out 5 of these ships per month. Fighter production is going up. We have another military shipyard complete. I just built it, you know, for reasons. I don't really know why. Interesting how it automatically renamed the military shipyard, but it didn't rename the commercial shipyard. So 1,000 tons might be enough. I'm not sure. We don't need it for fighters. I don't really know what this shipyard's going to be for. I just want to have it. So for now, let's just have no class assigned to it, and not even just let it sit there. Basically, I might use it someday. I'm very curious to see how much actual planetary defense value we have right now. 279. Doesn't seem like very much. We don't have any planetary defense of Mars. Mars is too far away to get the benefit from Earth. So this would be where maybe we stage some fighters on Mars as well. I don't know that it's a good idea. It probably isn't, but I feel good about the decision because I'm learning a lot. Population supported by infrastructure on the moon is at 67 million. Moon's grown quite a bit, actually. It'd be great to get the terraforming done, though. Civilians have moved around a lot of stuff. It probably would be a good idea to do a geological survey team here, so let's go ahead and finally set that up. Let's say unassigned only. Create a team to do a survey of that. And then we'll do Earth as well. Okay. So we're not reusing the same people, I just wanted to confirm. They're not the best people, but according to what people have said, it doesn't matter. Because it just affects how long it takes them. So we'll do that, and then probably do one on Mars as well. So we have 3 geology teams active right now. Is there a way to see a list of all teams and not do it based on what screen you're on here? There's got to be something up here, somewhere in this interface for teams. But, alright, we got to take a break here. I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. As always, thank you for watching. Your comments are very helpful. I'm having a good time. I hope you are too. And we'll continue to fight, figure out this fighter swarm. Again, in my mind, I'm picturing like an Independence Day, Will Smith, like huge numbers of laser-firing little stupid derpy ships. Much bigger. They're 300 tons. They're much bigger than the ships in Independence Day, but they're still tiny, by ship standards. So that's what we're trying to build. We're building the swarm. Also kind of similar to what we did in EVE Online. And I don't know if it's going to work or not. Probably won't. But it'll be fun launching like 500 fighters at an enemy and seeing what they do. I mean, if you fire enough lasers, maybe it'll work. So, thanks for watching, everyone. See you soon.